a young girl fell madly in love with her aged father's best friend. But what her father did next will leave you in shock. Do you want to know what happened next? Stay till the end as we unfold it together. The movie begins with two elderly men, Chief and Jonathan, discussing their business and life. Chief, looking worried, pleaded with Jonathan, his friend and business partner, to help look after his daughter and give her some advice since she was now at a prime age. He didn't want her to fall into the wrong crowd while he traveled out of the country. Jonathan assured him that he would do his best and help care for his daughter, leaving Chief thankful and grateful. They continued talking about the contract they were working on when Chief's daughter, Willow, came downstairs and joined them. Willow overheard Jonathan reminding her dad about the business trip he was supposed to take that week, which surprised her. She became disappointed because her dad had promised to take her to the Bahamas for a vacation, but now he couldn't. Chief quickly apologized, promising to take her when he returned. To compensate her, he offered to sponsor a trip for her and her best friend to the Bahamas. But Willow, still sad and heartbroken, blamed Jonathan, insisting he was the one always taking her father away. She ran off to her room, leaving them shocked and wondering. Later that day, Willow's best friend Hadassah visited her. Willow expressed her disappointment to her, and Hadassah calmed her down, encouraging her to keep a positive energy for their upcoming trip to the Bahamas. But sadly, Willow said she wasn't going anymore. Hadassah, already excited and eager for the trip, playfully teased Willow to change her mind and successfully convinced her. Weeks later, Willow returned from her Bahamas trip. When she got home, she saw her dad cooking in the kitchen. He excitedly welcomed her with a piece of meat, insisting she go freshen up and come back to eat the special meal he prepared for her. The bond between them was strong and beautiful, though her mother wasn't alive to enjoy that same love. That night during dinner, Chief and his daughter had a heartfelt conversation about how much they missed her mother, his wife. After that, they enjoyed their meal while playing and teasing each other. The following day, Willow was studying when her father and Jonathan walked in. Willow, not happy seeing Jonathan, questioned why he came, but Chief quickly stepped in, pleading with her to allow him. He gave her the snack he bought, and Willow excitedly accepted it and thanked him. Chief then left to freshen up, leaving Willow and Jonathan together. Willow returned to her books, and when Jonathan offered to help, she arrogantly turned him down. She accused him of always hovering around her father because she believed he wanted her father's property. She assured him she wouldn't allow it, as she intended to take over her father's company after school. Jonathan was amused by her low opinion of him and simply smiled. The next day at school, Willow rushed outside, expecting to see her dad in the car. To her dismay, it was Jonathan. He told her her father couldn't make it because of work and had sent him instead. Willow, disappointed, refused to ride with him and insisted on taking a cab. She spoke to him disrespectfully, and Jonathan confirmed within himself that she lacked manners and respect for elders. He cautioned her, but Willow, still stubborn, stepped out of the car. Overwhelmed by her childish attitude, Jonathan went after her and lifted her onto his shoulders, carrying her back to the car, leaving her completely embarrassed. Back home, Willow angrily confronted her dad for ruining her day by sending Jonathan. She stormed into her room, grumbling. Chief, confused, asked Jonathan what happened, but he assured him everything was fine and under control. Chief felt relieved and thanked him before leaving. Later that night, Willow was on a phone call with her crush, Brian, who also liked her. They expressed their feelings for each other and hoped to start a relationship soon. The next day, Willow was in her room when she heard a knock. Thinking it was her dad, she innocently told him to come in, but to her shock, it was Jonathan. Immediately, she became furious and asked him to leave because she didn't want to see him. Jonathan, unmoved, explained that he came to take her to her father's office by Chief's instruction. But Willow, acting stubborn, refused. She even tried hitting him to make him stay away. Jonathan held her hands firmly, and suddenly, there was a silent moment between them, showing a strange connection. It became clear that everything she had been doing was just a charade. A year later, Willow and Brian were officially an item. He came to pick her up for a date, and they played around a little before driving out. Meanwhile, Chief, who wasn't feeling too well, met Jonathan in his living room. Chief explained that he had to take an emergency trip for treatment, but he was worried because it was almost his daughter's birthday. He already missed her last one, and he didn't want to miss this one again. But Jonathan refused his decision, insisting that Chief should take care of his health first while he would handle everything concerning Willow. Still, Chief assured him that he would be fine, leaving Jonathan speechless. The next day at school, Hadassah, now concerned, asked Willow why she had been giving money to Brian. She believed Brian was only using her, but Willow, blinded by love, didn't see anything wrong in giving him the $7 million he requested. After all, she spends that much on herself and even more. Hadassah was only trying to help as a friend, but Willow insulted her, accusing her of jealousy and envy. Hurt and humiliated, Hadassah walked away, leaving Willow sad and regretful. Meanwhile, Jonathan, while driving, received a call from his date, whom he had forgotten to meet because of his busy schedule. He apologized immediately and reversed to go meet her at the restaurant. Later that day, Willow was in her room, pleading with her supposed boyfriend to give her some time while she tried to get the money from her dad. Guys, do you think Brian truly loves Willow, or is he just planning to deceive and scam her? Let's find out together. Later at the restaurant, Jonathan was on a video call with his date to show that he had arrived when he suddenly saw Brian with another woman through the camera. He quickly ended the call and went to confront Brian. It became clear that Brian never loved Willow. He only wanted her money to take care of his real girlfriend. Jonathan interrupted them, and although Brian pretended not to know him at first, he went silent when Jonathan exposed all his secret actions. Jonathan, unmoved, told him he would never allow him to destroy Willow's life and warned that if he ever saw them together again, he would regret it. Brian, feeling confident, told him boldly that Willow was fully under his control and she would never believe anyone over him. They both walked away laughing, leaving Jonathan worried and deep in thought. The next day, Willow was on a call with Brian, assuring him she would send the money soon. Her plan was to emotionally manipulate her father using memories of her mother so that he would give her anything she asked for. But when she came downstairs, she met Jonathan instead, who informed her that her father had stepped out for an urgent meeting. She sighed and walked away. Curious, Jonathan asked why she despised him so much. Willow bluntly replied that she hated him, but Jonathan refused to believe her. He insisted that he knew she actually liked him, but was only pretending. She was speechless. Brian had already deceived her into believing that Jonathan was jealous and would do anything to destroy their relationship. Jonathan couldn't help but laugh at the accusation. He warned her to stay away from Brian, calling him a nuisance. Offended, Willow tried to hit him, but he held her hands and scolded her for her foolishness and spoiled behavior. He reminded her that her father loved her so much and always worked hard to give his only child a good life, something she was taking for granted and foolishly handing over to a man deceiving her. Still acting stubborn, Willow refused to listen until Jonathan told her the truth about her so-called boyfriend. She went mute. The next day, Willow was happily packing the clothes she bought for Brian when she heard a car honk and rushed out to welcome her father. Some days later at school, Willow sat alone looking sad when Hadassah joined her. It was Willow's birthday, so Hadassah brought her a gift to cheer her up. Willow immediately apologized for her actions and for not believing Hadassah when she warned her that Brian was using her. She explained how she went to see Brian to deliver his clothes, only to find him with another woman, completely unapologetic. Hadassah was happy her friend finally came back to her senses. She encouraged her to move on and enjoy her birthday, and they both happily left to have fun. Shortly after, while they were on their way out, Jonathan appeared and told Willow to follow him, as instructed by her father, who had already traveled. Shocked, Willow bluntly ignored him and walked away. Already losing patience, Jonathan came out, grabbed her, and dragged her toward the car. The students around them panicked, shouting and running after them, thinking he was kidnapping her. Unfortunately for them, Jonathan drove off before they could reach him. Back at home, Willow, feeling embarrassed and sad, expressed her frustration that nobody cared about her anymore. Not her dad, not Brian. Jonathan apologized for his actions and assured her that her father really cared about her. Since Chief couldn't be present, he was only trying to represent him. Overwhelmed, Willow broke down in tears, believing her father didn't love her or give her any attention, and instead kept sending her enemy to stand in his place. Jonathan spoke gently, comforting her and insisting they go out and have fun, leaving her emotional as she went to get changed. That night, after their outing, the two had a heartfelt conversation. Willow finally got to know and understand him better. She realized she had judged him wrongly and felt bad. She leaned in and kissed him, but Jonathan, feeling uncomfortable, attempted to leave. She begged him to stay, telling him she liked him. Jonathan feared their age gap and knew her father would never support such a relationship. But Willow didn't care about any of that. She insisted she wanted him. Jonathan told her they were not meant to be that way and left, leaving her moody and disappointed. Some days later, Chief returned from his trip and the three of them sat together to eat. Willow, already showing concern, asked her father about his trip. Chief tried to lie that it was all work, not knowing Jonathan had told her everything about his emergency treatment. Shocked, Chief apologized for not telling her earlier so she wouldn't worry. Willow was happy and grateful. After the meal, Willow and Jonathan got carried away, staring into each other's eyes and forgetting Chief was right there. They quickly composed themselves before Chief went to his room to rest. Soon after, Willow approached Jonathan again, telling him she wanted him. Though he wanted her too, he still feared their age gap and her father. But they couldn't help themselves, and they kissed passionately before he left, leaving her confused. The next day, Willow sat in her room, excitedly telling Hadassah how she had fallen in love with Jonathan. Hadassah was shocked that two sworn enemies always fighting were now in love. She advised Willow to be careful, follow her heart, but also consider how her father might react. Willow brushed it off as they continued their chat. Then they heard a car honk. Thinking it was Jonathan, Willow rushed out excitedly, but it turned out to be her father. Disappointed, she asked about Jonathan. Chief told her Jonathan was busy with big projects and wouldn't be frequent at the house anymore. Willow was heartbroken. That night, she kept calling Jonathan, but he didn't answer, leaving her sad and thoughtful. The next morning, Jonathan was working on his laptop when Willow suddenly showed up. Her father had given her Jonathan's address, leaving him shocked as he welcomed her inside. There, Willow professed her love for him again and told him she couldn't think straight because he had been avoiding her. Jonathan bluntly told her to focus on her studies and her life because the two of them couldn't work. Sadly, Willow stood up to leave, but Jonathan, already feeling bad, called her back, and they shared a romantic moment together. From that day on, the two became close and free with each other, even surprising Chief. Jonathan took her to school and brought her back home, and they spent quality time together. One fateful day, Willow was lost in thoughts, smiling uncontrollably as she recalled all the fun moments they shared, until her father interrupted her, making her quickly compose herself. Knowing very well her smile was because of a man, he asked her to tell him. He stylishly hinted that he would like her man for her, but Willow didn't reveal who it was, leaving Chief concerned. He told her to invite her man for dinner during her graduation celebration. Willow was shocked and confused. Later, Willow met Jonathan and told him what her father said about inviting her man for dinner. Jonathan was terrified, knowing Chief would be furious if he discovered the truth. Together, they began thinking of a better way to handle the situation. The following day, Jonathan visited Chief as they discussed the prospect and business. Chief then offered Jonathan the opportunity to take over his company when he retired because he had seen how competent and experienced Jonathan was. Jonathan smiled and thanked him sincerely. Unbeknownst to them, Willow was about to enter and overheard the part where Jonathan accepted to take over her father's company, the same company she had worked all her life for. Heartbroken, she ran back to her car and drove off. Little did she know, Jonathan was actually about to turn down the offer, insisting Chief give the position to his daughter because she had invested so much into earning it. Chief suggested Jonathan manage it for now until his daughter was fully ready. But Jonathan politely rejected and begged him to consider Willow instead, advising that they guide and mentor her. Chief was impressed and grateful. Curious, Jonathan then asked Chief what his reaction would be if he found out his 25-year-old daughter was dating a man twice her age, someone in his late 40s. To his shock, Chief, already paranoid, said he would put that man in jail and ruin his entire life. Immediately, Jonathan became tense and terrified because he was guilty. Fear gripped his spine, almost choking him. Guys, are you sure he will continue this relationship with Willow anymore? Well, let's find out together. Days passed. Jonathan, worried because he hadn't seen or heard from Willow, kept calling but got no response. He eventually sent a voice note explaining how worried he had been and begged her to meet him, saying it was important. Weeks later, Jonathan went to see Chief, but surprisingly met Willow instead, looking fine and composed. Worried, he reached out to her, but Willow, already heartbroken, told him to leave. She had already planned on leaving the country because of him. Jonathan was shocked, confused, and scared, not knowing what he had done wrong. Willow then told him what she overheard, believing he had always planned to take her father's company. Jonathan was stunned. He told her the truth, that she had only heard one part and didn't stay to hear the rest, leaving her to judge wrongly. Emotional and sincere, Jonathan poured out his heart and boldly professed his love for her. Willow immediately apologized for not trusting him. They forgave each other and began kissing, just when Chief walked in. Boom. Everywhere became silent and tense. Hours later, Chief had Jonathan locked up in prison for abusing his daughter. Willow, in tears, begged her father to release him, but Chief, enraged, raised his voice at her for the first time. But what shocked her the most was when he slapped her for loving a man old enough to be her father. In pain and heartbreak, Willow ran away. Days later, Jonathan was released from prison. Chief visited him, insisting Jonathan must bring his daughter back home. Unfortunately, Jonathan did not know where she was. Still, he boldly told Chief how he felt about her. But Chief refused, swearing they would never be together. Before leaving, he threatened Jonathan to return his daughter before something terrible happened. Jonathan was left confused and worried. Days passed, and all Chief's attempts, even with police involvement, failed to find Willow. He became frustrated. Just then, Willow and Jonathan walked in. Chief was thrilled and relieved as he rushed to welcome her. Jonathan explained she had gone to her Nana's place to find peace. Chief, remorseful, apologized to her for his actions. Suddenly, Willow felt nauseous and ran to throw up. Chief, shocked, assumed his daughter was pregnant and immediately attacked Jonathan, certain he was responsible. Weeks later, Chief finally gave his blessings to Jonathan and his daughter. Willow had also successfully taken over his company. They all celebrated joyfully. Right there, Jonathan went on his knees and proposed to Willow, leaving everyone shocked and in awe. Deeply touched, Willow excitedly accepted his proposal, and everyone rejoiced with them. This story teaches that misunderstandings and assumptions can destroy relationships, but honest communication, patience, and trust can restore what was broken. It also reminds us that love can come from unexpected places, and true maturity lies in listening, forgiving, and choosing what brings peace to the heart. Thanks for watching, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe for more latest interesting Nigerian movies from us. See you next time.